Hi, everybody. I'm Bill Sanders, and this is Watch Art Sci, the art and science of watch collection. Today, we're going to take a look at an interesting. Well, the company itself has a variation, but it seems to be going into a very interesting direction. The name of the company is Atelier Millésime, and they have a new watch that'll be coming out in a few months, I think, called the Monarch, and they're selling it for 28.50. Now, the dial is the kind of dial I like for a dress watch, but they've got it shown with rubber and some other sort of fancy kind of leather strap for a give it a little more variety. But the thing about it that is interesting to me is that it's advertised as high horology, and for 28.50, you know, what are we expecting? Well, not long ago we talked about what about for collectors? What would be a good criteria for collectors to have for high horology? And it's looking at the dial, it's a nice enamel dial, and I've seen better and worse from the official high horology. So let's take a look at what makes this watch so interesting. The big thing is the Voscher VMF 3002. Now, what you're looking at through the back of the watch is the 3002. They put the Atelier Millésime logo on the rotor, but otherwise it's a pretty straight Voscher VMF 3002. So this then leads to the question of so what? I mean, it's like some of their less expensive, much less expensive watches have ETAs in it, and that's okay too, because they tell you that's what's in it. But when we look at this Voscher manufacturer Fleurier 3002, this is what we find. It's got a double barrel, 50-hour charge to it. It's running at 4 hertz, which is okay. Tungsten oscillating weight, which is not gold, but okay. It's not, I don't know what. But here is where I really saw, wow, this is something. The balance on this is they use a free sprung balance, and they use a variable inertia with gold inertia blocks. Now, variable inertia is that the swing of the balance is variable, and it's varied by these. They look like about a 3/4 circle on each of the 4 spokes of the balance. And if you change that, you can change the inertia, shifting the weight just a little one way or the other. And so what, you might ask? So I read up a review of the VMF 3002 in the Naked Watchmaker. That's Peter Speakmarin's little forum, I guess. And now this guy's a tip-top watchmaker, and so this is one of the things. What are you getting for that? And this is what he's talking about. This movement. He says a variable inertia free sprung balance gives the movements better operating stability and optimal timing. Okay, now that's something. You're not going to see, I mumble and grumble about 4 hertz and want something lower like 2.5. But other things, all things considered, you've got a really nice movement in here. And for the price, it's under $3,000. Compared to 20,000 and up for what are called high horology watches, this might be a way that we can say, okay, maybe if we start looking a little closer at the movement, we can find something that will define for the collector or just someone who wants to buy a watch, what is high horology? And so this is to provide you with a discussion point. You can find they have the down at the bottom right down there. You can say put the email address for for the Atelier Mili zine website, and you can take a look at it. Let's talk about this. Might this be the kind of watch that we would say, hey, this is affordable high horology? Let me know. And until next time, this is Bill Sanders for Watch Art Side, the art and science of watch collection.